Hi, this is Dave, and I'm going to show you how to install XAMPP. XAMPP is a tool that we can end up using to simulate a web server on your desktop. Instead of going and buying a hosting account and trying to go through and upload the files to test PHP, MySQL, and some of those other tools, you can end up installing XAMPP on your local desktop, run the server, just move the files onto your desktop, and you'll be able to run the application. I use it to test a lot of my applications on them. XAMPP stands for, it's similar to a LAMP server actually, if you've ever heard of a LAMP server. The L in LAMP stands for Linux, A for Apache, M for MySQL, and P for PHP. Well, XAMPP is very similar, but the X stands for any operating system. It can be installed on Linux, it can be installed on Macintosh, and also on Windows. It uses the A, Apache Web Server, M for MySQL database, and there's two P's in this one. The first P stands for PHP, server-side scripting language, and the second one stands for Perl scripting language. So let's go over to the apachefriends.org site and download the file. Okay, so all you need to go to apachefriends.org, and I see a screen that looks like so. From here, once we're at the apachefriends.org site, we can end up seeing XAMPP as their most important project. Let's go ahead and click on XAMPP. From here, we can choose from whether we're going to install on Linux, Windows, Mac OS X, or Solaris. I'm going to choose Windows. And from here, we end up having a couple of different places we can go to. We can end up installing the full XAMPP. There's some additional add-ons and XAMPP Lite. I'm just going to go ahead and do the full install of XAMPP, and I'm going to choose the installer. I'll just save that to my desktop. Okay, now that the download is complete, let's go to our desktop and run the application. Okay, the software is downloaded. Let me double click on it to install. Okay, I need to put my password in here to allow the installation. Okay, and from here we end up getting a screen where we could just go ahead and just choose the default applications. It's going to put it in C drive XAMPP. I'll take the default settings. Personally, I'm not using it as a service. If you do use it as a service, it can automatically launch for you when you run the program. I choose not to, and I usually turn it on as needed. I can have an icon on the desktop, and I can have it show up in the Start menu. So I'll click Install. Okay, as you can see, the download is complete, and it's installing over onto the command line system. So we just click Finish, and our installation was successful. So if we end up looking at the folder structure, inside of our C drive, we now have a folder called XAMPP. Inside there, we've got these little icons that show up for the XAMPP control panel. I'm going to make a shortcut from here. XAMPP control, move that over to my desktop, and I'll create a shortcut here. If you didn't do so already, you should have an icon that looks like this. And from here on your desktop, you could double click, and that'll open up your control panel, like so. Sometimes this is minimized, and it's actually in your taskbar in the lower corner of your screen. So if you try to double click on it, it ends up giving you an error. In this case, you just need to go down to your taskbar and double click on the icon that looks the same way. That's in the lower left-hand portion of your screen in order to see the control panel. Click on Start next to Apache and Start next to MySQL. And if everything's working right, you'll get 2 green running lights that show up. Now you can go to your favorite browser. Now you can go to your favorite browser and type in localhost. And you'll see the XAMPP screen that shows up. Choose the language that you want, English, and you have XAMPP up and running. For more information, visit us at www.thecanyon.com, and that's the Canyon with a K. Or you could write to us at Canyon Enterprises, 11956 Bernardo Plaza Drive, number 540, San Diego, California, 92128. Or email us at info@thecanyon.com. Thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon.